I've been working on this MOC for months, and while it usually wouldn't take that long, I had tons of issues with techniques not working, having to size up the MOC, or tons of other things. But luckily, I have finally finished it. The MOC is 32 by 48 studs, but even though that's not that big, it still has tons of fun Easter eggs and details. I'll get into those later. For now, let's take a look at the buildings. This is the first one I built. I based it off of this building right here. Going from left to right, you'll first see this metal wall. I built it by simply alternating the height of tiles. Oh, and here's a little trick for your MOCs. You can use a lasso piece for a wire. Moving on, we have this half circle made by hooking snot bricks at an angle. Under that, we've got the entrance to the shop. I'll show the interior in just a moment. Wait, is that an illegal building technique? Yup, as you can see, hooking these arches at an angle causes the brick to bend. Luckily, because the pillar is not hooked to the rest of the wall, I doubt it will cause permanent damage to the piece. Wait, what's that? Now that that's taken care of, let's get back to the video. We've got a counter so the customers can pick up what they ordered. And above that, there's an apartment. It must belong to the shop owners. So let's take a look inside. Down in the shop, you can see a customer talking to the shop owner. As you can see, he sells a range of different items, from a mug to a donut. To make the floor look old, I use wedge plates for cracks. Upstairs at the apartment, there's a small kitchen and bedroom. It's a pretty boring room, so let's just move on to the garage. For transportation, they own a speeder bike. It's based off of this one from the show. Now, up on the roof, there's an HVAC. But wait, something else going on here. There's a bounty hunter up here, and he's aiming at that guy. Anyway, that brings us to the next building, the bar. This building doesn't look too interesting, but it was very challenging to build. But not because of hard techniques or being too fragile. It's because it wasn't going to be a bar. It was going to be that tower you see in the background. The reason I didn't do that is because it would block the rest of the MOC. I'll go into more detail with a video coming out next week. Anyway, on to the interior. There are 4 seats at the bar and 1 at this table. You may have noticed this ladder. It leads up to the balcony. This tree here I uses horn pieces to achieve a diagonal angle. But don't worry, it's not an illegal technique because it doesn't put stress on the bricks. You can put that down, sir. Now, before I show you the tower, I just want to point out some fun details. This person is the wife of the shop owner. She's bringing over some stuff they're going to sell, but one crate fell off the back, and now this guy's trying to steal it. This guy right here is based off of this guy you can see in the background of some episodes. And over here, there's a little market selling yogans. Now, onto the tower. To make it a circle, I used a technique from the Saturn V rocket. But because I didn't have enough pieces, I had to make it only half the tower. That's why there's all this greebling on the back. Don't tell anyone, but I may have put a fish in the greebling. Up here, there's a guy hitting the bell. And I used these quarter circle pieces to make the top. That's pretty much everything you need to know about my Andor ferrix MOC. So have a great one, and don't forget to like and subscribe.